This is a preview about how to download the flashcard file and how to unzip it if you've never done that before. Once you get to the rewriting the text artwork classifications assignment, remember this is a group assignment, so as a group you will be creating the wiki. That will make more sense once you read the directions and also watch the second part of this podcast. But because there has been some confusion about zip files before, I did want to point you in the right direction. The zip file, flashcards zip file that I reference in the directions that you will read here on your own, is attached right down here at the bottom. It is attached as a zip file, and if you've never worked with a zip file before, it's a way of compressing files so that they don't take up as much space when you're sending them to someone or uploading them to a website. But once you have downloaded and saved those files, that zip file, you have to actually unzip it. So I'm going to show you how to do that on a PC. If you're on a Mac, it's just a little bit different, but it's pretty similar. So once you click on the link, you can either open the file or save it. Since you will need to be able to access these files over and over again, let's go ahead and save it, and you will tell the computer where you want to save it. I'm going to put it on my jump drive. So let's go ahead and save that compressed zip file. Now it is a big file, so it is going to take a while to download, depending on how good your internet connection is, depending on how fast your connection speed is, and how fast the processor is on your computer. It could take several minutes. I've had some students that had older computers and had slower internet connections that said it actually took them about a half an hour to download the file. So I'm going to take a short little break, and once my file has downloaded, I'll show you how to get back to it and how to unzip it. Alright, now that I have downloaded the file from that particular assignment, I need to unzip that file to be able to get all of the individual photographs off of it of the artworks that you have to classify for this assignment. So to get to those, I'm going to open up my computer. I saved them onto my USB drive, so let me open that up. And I've got a lot of different assignments and things on here, one of which should be a folder that says flashcards. Maybe I passed by it. Right up here, it's the first one. Okay, it's a flashfiles.zip. You know it's a zip file because the folder has a little zipper on it. In order to unzip these files so that we can actually access them and you can insert them into your wiki that your group will be creating, you need to right-click with your mouse on the on the zip file, and then click on Extract All. And in a Windows-based platform, it will bring this up, ask you where you want to extract the files. You can choose a different location, but typically it's just going to extract them to the same place that you just saved the zipped file. So that's probably a good place as long as you can remember how to get to it. There's also an option here, Show Extracted Files When Complete. You can do that just to ensure that everything gets done right, but it's not necessarily required. It'll still unzip the files even if it doesn't show you what they look like after all is said and done. But I'll keep it checked just so that you can see what the inside of the folder should look like once you've extracted it. Last thing to do is just click this extract button down here. And then once again, because it is a lot of items, it's going to take a little while to extract everything. So let's take another short little break, and once it's done, I'll come back and show you the finished result. Alright, once you have unzipped all of the files and have shown the files, you should see a nice long list of all of these random numbers for the names of the JPEG images. These are the artworks that you are going to have to classify. And once again, in Windows as well as in a Mac platform, there are different ways that you can view these images. Right now they're in detail format, I believe, but you can click on this little black arrow up here. When you hover over it, it says change your view, and you can change that to medium icons, large icons, or extra large icons, and it'll just show you a short little thumbnail or a small little thumbnail of what it looks like. And that can help as you begin to start inserting these into your wiki so that you actually know what you're doing instead of having to write down the file numbers. That can get pretty confusing. I'm a visual person, so this tends to help me a lot more than just seeing the file name. So as you can see, there are a lot of images here, a lot of different media, a lot of different styles, a lot of different historical periods, and all of these artworks have to fit into at least one of the 5 categories that your group has come up with. If it crosses over boundaries between 2 different categories and could fit into one or the other, you've got to decide amongst your group which category it fits into the best, and just choose one category to put that artwork in and give some justification for it. So the next little part of the podcast here is going to be how to build your wiki.